Alrighty guys, Sadcy the Clown back once again for another Learn to Draw. This one was another request by Robert on YouTube actually. So Robert has requested, can you draw the Starship Enterprise or something like that? It doesn't really matter, and that's right, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to draw the Starship Enterprise. I would if there wasn't this wonderful thing called Star Wars. We're heading down the Star Wars path, guys, and what's better? I was going to go the Millennium Falcon, but the X-Wing. We want the X-Wing, the ultimate of Star Wars ships, I think. Millennium Falcon's cool, but the X-Wing is just so iconic. So let's just get straight into it, guys. Start off. It's going to be that simple. It's really going to be simple. So we're just going to start off with an X. That's all you have to do. Get rid of that X. Let's do this as an X. So we've got the X. You want to just... how do we want to do this? We want to draw a body. It's going to have a front down here. Goes around the back. So something like this is where you're going to start. Alright, so you get the eraser now. Here we go. We're just going to rub that middle out. Rub the middle out, straighten these lines up. So you just mess them up, you draw them in messy, and then you just straighten them up. That's the easiest way to do it. And then each one of these X's is going to have a turbine on it. So you draw these 4 circles for the turbines of the X-Wing. And again, get your eraser, just go straight in, erase them out. That's all you got to do. It's that easy, it's that easy. Okay, we're going to start with the top wings, because the way it works, you got to get some depth in there. So we start with the top wings, making them a bit thicker. Same with this one. Let's thicken that one up, make it a bit thicker. It's that easy. So you do that with all of them, guys. It really is that simple. Chuck some X's on like that. See this big X we've got going along here? That's what you want. So again, get your eraser and just erase all these little parts out. That's all you've got to do. So you do it messy and then you come back in, kneading it up. God, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, each one of these is going to have a bit of a turbine on it, so that's why we've drawn the top wings first, guys, so that way these things can go underneath. That's the main reason. Draw those in, and then again, like I said before, get these and erase that stuff out. Gives it some depth. Okay, here we go. It's got these pointy things. You've got the same thing happening, so just draw them on each end. Don't know what they are. Nobody knows what they are, and it doesn't matter what they are, because it's Star Wars, and it's fantastic, and... look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. Add on these little pointy things here. Again, who knows what they are. I think they're your guns. I think they've got these things on the front. Something like this. Doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want. People don't know that well. As long as you got the X there, you're going to be fine. In here, I don't know what's meant to be in there. Let's just chuck some crosses because I'm assuming they're vents or something. Doesn't really matter what they're. On the front here, we've got a nose. So you want to just sharpen that up. And like I said, guys, just scribble it in. Like scribble, scribble, scribble. It doesn't matter. Just scribble it in, because then you go back in with your eraser and neaten that up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Chuck some lines down there. I think it's got some patches on it. So just make that up. You can do that. Unless you're a die-hard fan, people aren't going to know. I'm not sure what goes on here, but there's obviously going to be some lines, because they're looking a bit plain. Let's chuck a line. And here's a trick. If you go along the front, nice and slowly, that gives it some bit of thickness. Just again, nice and slow. And yeah, you get the idea. So we'll do these ones fast. So, beautiful. It's looking beautiful. Driver's got to sit somewhere, so let's chuck a windscreen in. Something like that. I think it's got a little side window too. Let's chuck a frame around that. And in there you've got Mr. Luke Skywalker himself. You can spend a bit more time on that, but everyone gets the idea that that's Luke Skywalker. In the back here, this is where it's fun, because everyone loves spaceships, but what more do you love than spaceships? Freaking robots. People love robots, so this is where it's good. This is where we get to chuck in our friend R2-D2. So he goes in there. I think he's got a bit of a circle here, and maybe like an eye of some sort. And then, yeah. So like I said before, guys, you draw that on, erase that stuff out. And I think he's got some blue bits. We're not going to use colour, but he's got some different things like that going on. Nailed it, people. Nailed it. Here's where you add in some space. Add in some stuff. Just like that. Give it some scenery. So there's, you got your stars. If you really want to set the scene, here we go. You chuck in the old Death Star, people. And here we go. Let's nail this by giving it the final scene of the movie. Boom! Explosion. Death Star down. So you just blows out in that circle. Everyone knows the scene. Everyone knows the scene. So that's Luke Skywalker smashing the Death Star. Give some speed lines there because these things are fast. And everyone knows that. So, like I said before, chuck some speed lines. And now we can just jazz it up. If you really want to nail home that this is Luke Skywalker, just chuck in here. This is his, let's just get an eraser. Erase that line out. And this is Luke's lightsaber sticking out of the window. That just nails in that he's a Jedi. And as much as I love R2-D2, the ultimate wingman, well, the ultimate wingman would be this guy right here. Or however his name goes, however he sounds. That's Chewbacca, people. Chewbacca is the co-pilot, but we're not going to go with Chewbacca because we're going to stick to a droid. We don't want to steer away too much. Instead of R2-D2, let's put our good friend C-3PO. Don't even know what his mouth looks like. And so you can just chuck some detail, just so people know who he is, and he's got the wires in his thing. So there we go, guys. C-3PO. Oh my! Ultimate wingman there, guys. So you got R2-D2's out of the back door seat. We've got C-3PO in there. Luke Skywalker. Give him his hair so everyone knows it's him. You've got the speed lines. We've got the space. If you want, you can just chuck in a few planets. That's up to you. Just chuck a few more in to give it the scene. And that there, guys, that is an X-Wing from Star Wars. Thank you, Robert, for the request. Sorry I didn't do the Starship Enterprise, but hey, I upped you one and gave you an X-Wing. So guys, just putting in the effort. Depends how much time you want to spend. That's really up to you, and that's how much detail you can put in. I've been sadctheclown. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next Learn to Draw. Keep on drawing. Bye.